So there's plenty of blame to go around from last night's loss for the Celtics. I put some on the poll. Joe Mazzulla, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. You didn't play well. You made bad decisions. All of that. But I think there's another group that was at the Boston Garden last night that didn't hold up their fair share of the bargain. I've been told that the Garden is one of the most electric places in sports right now. Postseason at the Garden.
Oh, I like where you're going.
Energy is awesome. And then I watch after halftime, and I see when the Celtics are struggling and the Knicks are starting to come back, I see a lot of empty seats. It was 3, 4, 5 minutes into the third quarter, and there were literally sections of 10 seats here, 10 seats there, courtside, 2 rows up, 3 rows up, under the basket. All the good seats around the arena are empty. And I know I've seen that in other arenas, but you're Boston. You're better. You're above that. You're supposed to be the best fans in all of sports. I don't know if you're complacent. I don't know if you got stuck in traffic on the way to the concession stand, but you should get your ass. If you're going to criticize Jaylen Brown for a terrible 3 to open the third quarter, fans, you should at least be in your seat to see that terrible 3. If you're going to criticize your team for losing a lead, maybe be out there to add some energy to the arena. Be a force for your team and against the Knicks. Jaylen Brown wasn't good. Jason Tatum wasn't good. But you people, you listening right now, you were not good at doing your job last night.
You know, do the games usually start at 7
Ted's
o'clock?
thinking I got to take photos with people. I go to card shows. I sign
How
autographs.
can I sit on this fence?
Get your ass in your seats and be. And I don't want to hear that the seats are expensive. You already paid for
What about
them.
game time? 7 o'clock?
Okay. What else are you doing?
Okay. I mean,
7 o'clock. It's not 5
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah.
It's not 5 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And that's no excuse
They pay
for
a lot
the
of money
third
for those
quarter.
seats. They're a lot
First
of money.
quarter, that might be excuse. A lot of money. So rich people can't be in their seats on time. Rich people don't have watches. They don't know how time works.
Okay.
Rich people. I mean, we're not the Warriors. I know they're trying to emulate the Warriors on the court. Are we the Warriors off the court now too?
I don't know. I don't have an excuse for it. We did get a texter that said one of the excuses is if you're not there for the opening tip, they make you wait till the next whistle before you can walk down to your seat.
Well, I like that.
But
the old tip and whistle.
So be there for the first tip.
Before the tip. Yeah.
Like, get your crap together.
I got you.
Like,
All right.
to me, there is no excuse for it. And I just think I wouldn't care necessarily if it were a different play. Like, all you hear is how other teams want to come to Boston and see the energy and the arena and the crowd.
Let me ask you this, Sandy. Do you think the crowd? I mean, we had a caller earlier say it, and it's true. I mean, we have a better record on the road than we do at home.
Yeah.
Do you think the crowd, how they are acting, how they are behaving, impacts how the Celtics play at home?
Not really. I actually think it impacts the opponent. I think the opponent rises to the occasion of the crowd. I think they feed off of that energy a little bit.
So you don't think if you're you don't think there's nervous energy, weird kind of like vibe in the TD Bank sometimes, and the Celtics feel that and get nervous and tense because they feel that tenseness from the crowd?
I hope not.
See, I feel like there's a little bit of that with this team.
So there's a home court disadvantage, you think?
I think at moments there can be. That's where I put. I think the team is still not fully developed yet, right? And that makes me a little bit worried.
When are they going to develop? They've won a title. They go to the playoffs every year. They go deep in the playoffs every year, Fitzy. They have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They're making $500 million. When exactly do they reach maturity?
But they're still,
That's the thing. We keep talking about them like
making
they're the
same
kids.
mistakes. They're still making the same mistakes, Fitzy. I just want to pile on and say, they're still doing things they did 4 and 5 years ago, and we've given some examples, Fitzy.
Yeah, but that's not okay.
No.
Right? Like if you have a kid that's 13 and he does something, you're like, okay, he's 13. When he's 17, you're like, you've been doing this crap for 4 years. It's not okay anymore. Like the excuses go out the window.
This feels personal.
No, it isn't personal. This is just generalization.
Mine's only 12, so I'm not there yet.
You could teach my son to respond to a text when his father texts him every freaking once in a while.
I
Maybe
know it,
when you make buffalo wings in the air fryer, you could actually put it in the sink for a change.
Correct, but that's a side topic for a different day. Okay, so maybe I'm being too critical, but I do think the fans, if they want to claim they are the best fans, then act like the best fans. And you can give me fans, Boston. If you can give me, because I've watched other games. There's
you and the fans around here. You guys may have to have words.
Well, we credit them for being so smart, so passionate, so this, so that, and then I look around and the first 4 rows are empty around the court. And I feel like an athlete, Ted. Correct me if I'm wrong, because you're the only athlete in the room. if you see that, if it feels like a preseason game, or if it feels like the COVID games, and you look over and you're like, doesn't that affect
players feel it?
The air, the energy, the environment?
The players feel that. You know what? You don't want to hear them using that as an excuse.
I don't.
But will the thought go through their head? Man, it seems kind of quiet here. Or where's everybody at? This is a playoffs against New York. Where's the thought went in their head and went right back out, and they said, well, we're pros and we can't worry about that. But I guarantee you they had the thought.
And there was a point, Fitzy, where it was like the old Trop. Remember Red Sox games at the Trop where there'd be like, I don't know, 3,700 people, and you'd be able to literally hear the crowd on the broadcast because it was so quiet. The one guy who's the jackass, you'd hear. True. That happened sometimes last night at the Garden.
Yeah.
You could hear a guy,
about time
you blew your whistle, and I'm like, wait, why can I hear one individual dude? This is supposed to be the Garden. It's supposed to be 19,000 people screaming and chanting and MVP and all those things.
I'd like to welcome you to a little place I call Entitled Town, and where people just now expect greatness to be delivered like it's effing DoorDash all the time.
Well, maybe that's it, and maybe they got their eyes open last. Oh, wait, we just lost at home to the Knicks? They wanted us, and we gave them that effort on the court, off the court, in the stands. Maybe the players got their eyes opened a little bit. Maybe the crowd got their eyes opened a little bit. We'll see.